Hi, everyone. Timing is perfect. And I think that the lineup of the different sessions could not come better. We just had a wonderful one on food and how we can get high quality delivery food on our doorstep. But what could food be without a kind of a little wine into it? So let me introduce you to Andrew Katz. He's the founder of an amazing company called RayZyn, right? I hope
RayZyn.
RayZyn, sorry. So I that's a French way of saying it, so I should have known about it. I have to say that you have an incredible background, Andrew. You first started as a football player. I mean, as a great celebrity somehow, triple major in economics, business, and politics, and so all the way to the wine. So that is something that you have to explain to all of us. But just before you do that, one thing that I find absolutely amazing is the recovery from 2017, the fire breaks, and how you move from that to where you are today. So very excited to hear your story and to open up the appetite, not only just with food, but with a little bit of RayZyn into it. So the floor is now, Andrew.
Well, thank you for that wonderful introduction. I will explain all of that information as you said, and everyone see that? Good. So again, my name is Andrew Cates, and I'm co-founder of the RayZyn company based in Napa Valley, California. And we're so excited to share our company with you and our products, our crunchy superfood snacks, as we are on the forefront of food technology, as well as disrupting the sleepy and tired giants of the raisin industry. So today we're going to discuss these topics. I'm going to keep it try to keep it short and sweet. And I think I'm going to start things off with a quick little video commercial that really explains our passion and the why behind our company.
This is what we believe in. This land, this valley, this special place. Some of these grapes are selected to become award-winning wines. The others we save for you. Our family believes in giving you a taste once reserved only for vintners, the flavor of the finest vintages before they become renowned wines. We believe in what's unprocessed, what's pure, what's natural, and most importantly, what's sustainable, to protect and preserve this special place. We believe to do things right, you do them by hand. We harvest Cabernet grapes at the peak of their flavor and then put them through a special drying process still on the vine, so they retain their distinct and complex taste. We believe this is more than dried fruit. We believe it's a superfood with health benefits unlike any you've experienced, packed with natural fiber and antioxidants, each bite with an intense flavor and an unexpected crunch. We believe in a new kind of snack that captures the essence of this little bit of heaven on earth. And we also believe you'll love them.
So I hope everyone enjoyed that and was able to hear it appropriately. This is just a graphic representation of what you just heard, right? We take Cabernet Sauvignon, Chardonnay, and Merlot wine grapes, and we put them through a patent-pending dehydration process to create wine raisins. We sell them through the ingredient channel, the B2B, as well as direct-to-consumer. And those are some of what our products are, and we'll go into those in more detail here very shortly. But basically, what are wine raisins? At the RayZyn company, we've invented a completely new class of superfood called wine raisins. These are premium and gourmet in nature, and our products are sourced from some of the best vineyards throughout the beautiful state of California. Our founder and our CEO is a world-renowned cardiologist that often prescribe wine to his patients to help combat the #1 killer in the US, heart disease. This world-renowned cardiologist is my father, and as a physician, he's helped thousands of people combat heart disease. but figured that he could help millions by inventing this new snack based on science. So when you look at the, nearly everyone has heard on earth that wine is good for you, but very few people know why. And when you boil it down, it really comes down to the power of the wine grape itself. If you look at the top left-hand corner here, you're going to notice the difference between a wine grape and a table grape. Wine grapes are much smaller in size. They have very thick skins and they have seeds. And when you make wine, you crush the grape and you extract what are called tannins from the skins and seeds via dilution. Then you throw the skins and seeds away. Well, what we've done here at RayZyn is we've taken the same premium wine grapes, and instead of crushing them to make wine, we've put them through this patent-pending dehydration process still in the vine to sweat out the water and use the natural sugars inside the fruit to caramelize and toast the seed. Thus, we've created a completely new category of dried fruit, a crunchy raisin called a Cabernaisin for Cabernet Sauvignon, a Chardonnaysin for Chardonnay wine grapes, and a Merlaisin for Merlot wine grapes. And these are so powerful in antioxidants. The specific antioxidants that we're talking about here are flavonoids called epicatechins. And 1.6 ounces of Cabernaisins, about what fits in the palm of your hand, packs the same antioxidant potency equivalent to having to eat 15 pounds of almonds, 100 pomegranates, or 2 pounds of blackberries, all without any alcohol because the grapes have never been fermented, which makes them suitable for all ages. So why are we special here? At RayZyn, we reimagine what was really enjoyed as a child treat or a dessert for children into something that with complex flavor profiles that mimic that of the wine, and to robust delivery of antioxidants. It's something that's crunchy and full of fiber. That's us. Them, monotone flavor profile, limited nutritional value, and a chewy, childlike sort of mouthfeel. So why are wine raisins good for you? Antioxidants is a term that gets thrown around way too often. And, in a nutshell, antioxidants are compounds that protect cells from damage caused by free radicals. Wine raisins possess robust amounts of these same antioxidants that help prevent against cancers and cardiovascular disease. Some other nutritional benefits that travel with wine raisins are their ability to reduce inflammation, increase vascularity, and are a quick energy booster when you need a pick-me-up snack. Who's our customer? So customers range from 35 to 75, men and women both. Individuals that are looking for transparency, health benefits, and a compelling story. Wine lovers, raisin consumers, the on-the-go individual that's desiring something more out of a snack than just what's on the nutritional label, something that goes above and beyond or provides functional benefits to the human body. And on a broader scheme, raisins are the most consumed dried fruit on the planet. So there's a lot of people out there. In terms of our addressable market, I want you to take away one or two things from this slide. One is that we play in all of these channels, right? And you can see these CAGRs, 12, 11%, 9% on these large industries. We're able to tap into every single one of these buzzwords as well as these channels with our snacks. So the problem that we're trying to solve is that both individuals and global food companies are always on the search for new and functional ingredients to go in to create their foods, especially in a post-COVID environment where everyone is so much more conscious about what they put into their body. Foods marketed as superfoods are increasingly common, but they don't have the substantiating medical or science behind making those claims. So with the increase in demand for functional ingredients and functional foods, nutritious foods, and the lack of available supply, there's an imbalance here. And there's a current shortfall for functional foods in the marketplaces, especially those that deliver heart-healthy antioxidants and flavonoids, help to create a healthy gut biome, are medically proven to improve health and longevity, are good sources of fiber that reduce cholesterol, provide a low glycemic sweetener that's diabetic friendly, and a whole food that provides bioavailable nutrients to the body, or your ability for your body to recognize this as a whole food and then maximize the nutrition thereof. So wine raisins are a solution. We've kind of gone over this to some degree on the last slide, but this just goes into a little bit deeper dive into each one of those points. And again, you know, one of the things that's unique about our product is the ability and the versatility of it, right? It can be substituted for nuts and provide the same crunchy mouthfeel, but doesn't add a nut allergy, for instance. And there's more health data surrounding wine and its effects on the human body than all their foods combined. That's what we're relying on here is the science. So a unique aspect that separates Wine RayZyn from other CPG companies is that while we do have our own CPG products, we are also an ingredient supplier to other larger, more established companies, providing them with wine raisins as their quote unquote hero ingredient that can make any food a superfood. So our competition and secret sauce, well, we've got a very unique aspect of our business is that we have patented technology, right? We own the entire space for wine grapes being turned into a dried fruit. So much so that we're working with the US Army under a CRADA, which is a cooperative research and development agreement, where they're actually taking wine raisins and pressing them into MREs for soldiers because of the antioxidant impact, the effect that our product has on creating a healthy gut biome, as well as the lightweight nature and the ability to preserve and have a shelf life of over 6 years. We have NDAs and non-competes with many of the big food companies in the space, and we've got a robust IP pipeline and portfolio that includes over 49 registered trademarks for this class of food. Our channel traction. So to date, we've processed over 1,000 tons of wine grapes and turned them into wine raisins. We have a distribution center on the East and West Coast. We've got a retail store on the East Coast. We were voted the best new snack finalist for Expo West in 2017. And we've proven market acceptance across over 20 different channels. Everything from airlines to convenience stores to casinos to grocery to gift baskets, international markets, micro markets, QVC, specialty, wine kit additive ingredients, wine centrics, wineries, vending, all those channels we've excelled in, and we're looking to grow that platform immensely. As I mentioned, QVC, these are a couple, instances where I'm actually selling these products on QVC, and I really recommend if you have the time to go back and check it out. But now we're going to get into our product line. And our product line is really broken down into two segments. We have our guilt-free indulgence line, which is our confection line, and our natural line, which is our non-confection line. We're going to start off with our number one sellers, which is the dark chocolate covered Cabernet. This was the number one snack on United Airlines leading up to the pandemic for 4 years, and is a marriage of Cabernet jam with a toasted pine nut, which is that seed we talked about, and robed in a luscious and delicious dark chocolate. So when you put it in your mouth, the chocolate begins to melt, and you break and you bite down, and then you're met with a pocket of Cabernet jam. And then the chocolate sort of melds with that Cabernet jam, and then you get that little crunch, and it provides a mouthfeel and a texture that you've never tasted before and is absolutely addictive. Moving along to our 1.25 ounce snacks. These are our grab and go, peggable, great for convenience stores. If you're going to think about a particular sort of comparison, think like a Planters peanut size package or a Blue Diamond almond. But they're absolutely premium to those and much more gourmet. So we have a Greek yogurt merlaisin, which is a Merlot wine raisin. We have a sea salt caramel chardonnaysin, which we call nature's gummy bear with a crunch. You get the tasty notes of apricot and creme brulee and toasted caramel. And then last but not least, we have a crunchy chocolate Cabernet, which is similar to that of the dark chocolate, absolutely delicious and a crowd favorite. Moving along to our natural line, we have the Cabernets and Chardonnays and raisin, all without coatings. Now, these come in various sizes and shapes and formats. But what I want you to take away here is, again, the versatility. How would somebody use this product? Somebody would use this product in a pantry, rip it open and put a handful on their granola, or if they're making a trail mix, or if they want to add some sweetness and crunch to a salad, but don't want to add nut allergies. Perfect for baking, perfect for cheese trays, perfect for smoothies and acai bowls. The possibilities are really endless. These are some of the other sizes that we carry for the natural line, a 1.6 ounce bag, as well as a 0.625 ounce bag. And we also have the ability to create your brand on a wine raisin. So we've been partnering with wineries to actually take their wine label and create wine raisins, for their brand. And we can take their artwork and work with them to create a very beautiful, personalized and rare take-home treat for their customers. In terms of logistics and distribution, we've kind of talked about this. We've got warehouse locations in Reno and Hiawassee, Georgia. We also have the brick and mortar on the East Coast in Hiawassee. Some of our distribution partners. And then I want to talk about our sustainability efforts, because this is really important. You know, and as you brought up earlier in the presentation here about the 2017 fires, well, my entire house, winery, vineyard, all burnt up in the 2017 fires. I was left with nothing, and I was devastated. I was devastated on multiple fronts, but you know, the most tangible of which is that the fruit that I had been growing, the Cabernet Sauvignon that goes in to create some delicious wine, was all ruined due to quote unquote smoke taint. Smoke taint is when there is prolonged exposure of smoke to ripe wine grapes, winemakers will reject that fruit because of the potential impact and threat of the nose of the wine being thrown off 3 or 4 or 5 years down the road post bottling. It could have somewhat of a smoky sort of smell to it. Well, when I found out my fruit was no good for winemaking, I knew that there were some others in the valley that were probably going through the same thing, and so I was very empathetic for them. So our company reached out to 2 nonprofits. One is the Food Recovery Network, and the other is the Napa Valley Disaster Relief Fund, where we were able to go back to Napa post-fire and put seasonal workers back to work. And we harvested over 150 tons of Napa Valley Cabernet that would otherwise been lost due to smoke taint. We washed them and robed them in dark chocolate, and we created rescue raisins, where the proceeds go back to the Napa Valley Disaster Relief Fund and the Food Recovery Network. Here's a 30-second video to help explain that.
This fruit was no longer suitable to make wine. We're able to work with the vineyard owners and the winemakers that have decided not to use this fruit for wine and effectively rescue it. Absolutely. You spent a year, cultivating and growing these grapes for this harvest, and to leave it here on the vine unpicked is devastating. That's why we're here. We dry Cabernet, Chardonnay, and Merlot wine grapes into effectively gourmet raisins. We'll process the fruit, and that'll either go to help victims of natural disasters, or it can be sold in the market, and the proceeds can be used to support disaster relief and recovery. There are very few people that weren't affected by this fire in one way or another. One group that was also pretty directly impacted were the farm laborers. We're able to reopen harvest in some respect and get these guys back out into the field, earning back some of those dollars that they missed out on during the fires.
Our team, we've got a fabulous team. This is only the C-suite, so to speak. My father, Dr. Chris Cates, MD, CEO and founder, serial entrepreneur, who is a world-renowned cardiologist, and also Rick Stansel, our chief legal officer and operations guru. We've got a fabulous team. We work extremely well together, and we're able to really leverage each other's talents. And last but not least, what are we looking for in a partnership? We're looking for a strategic big brother sort of partnership, right? A big brother to help kind of step in and accelerate us, take us to the next level. Big brother can also help, aside from just strictly monetary contributions, we're going to use that monetary contribution for procurement of additional Chardonnay and Merlot wine grapes. We're looking for a partner that possesses a marketing expertise and can take our message to the masses. We're also looking for someone who has e-commerce expertise and knows how to really make things move online. Someone that has a robust industry network where we can leverage upon that and make introductions and receive potential placements and or opportunities to work with larger food companies. And also a partner that can help us streamline and work through our ideation pipeline. We have such things as raisins, which is a child snack, a candy-coated shell around a dark chocolate-covered Cabernet. They're absolutely delicious. Kids love them. We have a freeze-dried wine raisins coming out. We also have the ability to make a wine raisin tea and flour that's absolutely delicious and filled with antioxidants, as well as a paste. Last but not least, we're looking for a foxhole partner, someone who is excited and gets up every day, that's looking to disrupt sleeping industry giants. And that's what we're here to do. So I'll stop with there. I know I went a little bit long, but I would love to hear your questions.
Well, before questions, Andrew, I have to say that not only you turn us into, you tease our appetite clearly, but I got dizzy. I have to be honest, I got dizzy. First of all, it's an amazing story, coming from a very dramatic situation to create such a wonderful product line. This is where innovation and humankind is going to always supersede AI. I'm convinced of that. But anyway, one thing that I got out of your presentation very strongly, although I have to say, because I'm French, I absolutely love wine, and I can only be delighted each time I hear about the good of health benefit of wine and all of those things. So thank you for that. But more importantly, I took something out of your presentation that was extremely striking, which is what I call the non-alcoholic business and the veggie. And, there is a huge population out there that actually do not appreciate necessarily the notion of alcohol in their food beverage. And yes, you've turned something, a massive opportunity for grape lovers like I am, for non-alcoholic companies, so consumers. Sorry. So for me, this is mind-blowing. I can sense that next time I go in the US, I have to actually onboard on a United Airline craft, because I have never encountered your product yet, which I can only imagine with a glass of scotch of whiskey would be perfect. And I don't know if I want to have it at the beginning as an apéro or at the end as a after dinner, but it sounds like if you become addicted to it, you never let it go. You have it from the morning to the evening. It becomes a snack on your pocket. And I felt that your white labeling strategy was amazing. This is a very smart way of, penetrating and growing. You were saying, okay, you're looking for this big brother, but I think you are already on your own, very much on the path. The only thing I think is going to be a bit challenging, I'm sorry, I'm French, that champignon, I'm not so sure it works with champagne, So I think we can do champagne.
Champagnes, yeah. That's in the pipeline. Champagnes, raisins.
Very good. No, the question that I got from the audience is that when did you actually started to commercialize your product? Not clear.
So we started the business in 2014. So before the fires, and we started pretty much, yeah, I guess in 2014, and we've been running strong. I mean, it's been extremely challenging, as you can imagine, with COVID and the world stopping. And if you're not slotted in grocery stores, then all other channels have stopped. So, I mean, it's been a rocky ride, but we are so excited about the future. We believe in this product, and there's a lot of other people that do too.
No, absolutely, and I do as well. So I may actually leave everything and join your team, because, as you said, it's very, very contagious energy that you have, and lovely. I really love these things, and it's simple and it's natural. I mean, it has everything that. So it's a very smart way of, as I said, designing a new segment. It is clearly the right way forward, because people are looking for non-allergic and healthy food, and and things that and the relationship with the army. I mean, this is again another very, very smart way to your go-to-market strategies is fantastic. I think you will have many of others, airlines and hotels and army. Really, I have not received any questions that strike me from the audience, actually, because I think people really like it. Your strategy of partnering with the food leaders is spot on as well. I mean, I don't see anything that comes here as a tough question. I think you probably did a great job, spot on, and your requirements are clear. So we wish you a lot of success. I think you are on something really simple and big, and love when you promote the French industry in the first origin. That the grapes came from France at the origin, at the beginning of it. So keep the good business, and looking forward to your success in the future. Very, very excited about it.
Well,
thank you very
so
much.
My pleasure.
It was Andrew Cates, co-founder and a great business entrepreneur at RayZyn, family business. Wonderful to see you, and hopefully to see you again in the future soon. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye.
you.